All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. And for all of our members, keep on doing that great job. We really respect it and appreciate it. So as you could see, we have just uploaded the press conference, shorter format. Obviously, that's what we were given. All right, so we just post it directly for you guys. So we're gonna go through it, give you the updates on injuries, locations of players, and who will be making the final squads as well. And for persons that's interested in the current games, which is the Qatar and Jordan game, we will talk about that in a short, maybe 30 minutes. Then I'm going to open the panel so we can do at least 2 hours, because I do have some other videos to complete as well. So bear with me. So 2 hours I'm going to do today. So let's see if we can jump into 200 likes so you can get in the algorithm and more people can find the channel. So definitely become a part of the Imaxit family. Let me make sure to bless up everybody that's pretty much here. So we have a lot of people in. Massive respect. Roland Malcolm said midday, lots to talk about. Yes, we are going to try and talk about all of it. And if you want to come in this Discord, you could do that as well. Know yourself, best of yourself. Sean Base, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Island Cart, Michael Woodburn, Triple E, Wayne Carnage, Johan Williams, Christopher Wright, bless up. Then we have Pagan, Jonathan Wagner, and a fan of mine that does rail. All of you guys, massive respect for joining us so fast. So let me get straight into it. This was on our channel. Yes, it was on our channel. So let me just go straight into it right here for you. And make sure to watch it, drop a like on it as well, and stuff. All right, and let me try and give it to you right here without any problem. So for people that's interested in just the post match, it will be right here for you. So I'm just giving everyone their option, and for people that wants to stay here, it will be right here for you as well. All right, so let me move straight over into this thing and rerun it so you can get it. All right. All right, so we are going to get the information that you guys wanted, and then we can talk much more responsible. All right.
And just a reminder as well to follow the GFF on the different social media platforms.
Let me know if you're hearing it well. All right.
The same on Twitter and also website gff.football.com to be up to date with the latest with everything in relation to Jamaican football. So to commence proceedings here, we are joined by our head coach Heimir Hallgrímsson and also assistant coach John Wall, and we will commence this press conference with a few opening remarks from Coach Hallgrímsson, and then
you said you're getting an echo?
Question and answer segment. Coach?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sort it out.
And sorry for this delayed press meeting.
Is it okay now? Is it not? Is it okay now? Let me know.
Meeting earlier. We have a game tomorrow, so it's about time that we announce the squad we are using. But the reason being is that we...
Is it still echoing? Let me know.
Answer questions that needed solving, so we could at least...
It stops echo. Still? All right.
For many reasons, for visa issues, injuries, flight issues, personal reasons and other things that it was kind of uncertain who could be here and from what time, etc. Some players are doing their contracts, renewing the contracts, and everybody likes to finish all things prior to the World Cup.
All right, I know what I'm gonna do.
So,
all right.
Just thanks for your patience. And we should, of course, start. This is a big media, yes, for Jamaica. So the Reggae Girlz had their conference later on today. So first from us here in Austria, we will spend all the best in their campaign in the World Cup. And the same with on 23 national.
All right, I'm trying to sort it out now, guys. I'm trying to sort out echo.
Tournament that is coming up. for the men's, all the best. And then we need to congratulate our champions, Damari Phillips.
All right, so I know what I'm gonna do. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just run it right here.
So he needs to be fresh for the actual tape. And just a reminder as well to follow the GFF on the different social media platforms: Instagram, GFF_football, the same on Twitter, and also website gff.football.com to be up to date with the latest.
I think you guys are hearing it well now. All right.
Jamaican football. So to commence proceedings here, we are joined by our head coach Heimir Hallgrímsson and also assistant coach.
The echo should be gone now, right?
And we will commence this press conference with a few remarks, opening remarks from Coach Hallgrímsson, and then we will get into the question.
So I'm gonna write down each set of things. All right.
Everybody, and sorry for this delayed press meeting. Normally we would have done this meeting earlier. We have a game tomorrow, so it's about time that we announce the squad we are using. But the reason being is that we just had too many unanswered questions that needed solving, so we could at least answer the questions you have. For many reasons.
All right. So he said the reason why they never had the press conference, it's because they had so much problems and they never had answers for them themselves. Hence why they took so long to come with the press conference. So first thing in that is acknowledging that they were late and had problems. So for all the persons that said they are not obligated to release the press conference, he's telling them that they are obligated and they are trying to get on board with the fans. All right, and the expectations, but obviously a lot of things came up and they couldn't fulfill that. So I love that he held himself accountable and the JFF accountable to deliver that. And for the people that said they don't necessarily need to release the squad, I'm glad that Mr. Hallgrímsson cleared that up.
For visa issues, injuries,
Big up Travis.
flight issues, personal reasons, and other things that. It was kind of uncertain who could move here and for what time, etc. Some players are doing their contracts, renewing the contracts, and everybody likes to finish all things prior to the World Cup so we can focus on the World Cup. So just thanks for your patience, and we should of course start. This is a big media day, yes, for Jamaica. So the Reggae Girlz have their conference later on today. So. First from us here in Austria, we wish them all the best in their campaign in the World Cup. And the same with under 23 national team or the under 21, whatever you call the CAC tournament that is coming up for the men's. All the best. And then we need to congratulate our champions, Damari Phillips, Lamar Walker, the champion, as we call him, for bringing this prestigious trophy to the parish of St. Anne. So, congrats to them. The same for a few of our players. Miguel Antonio winning the European Cup. Players winning promotion to the Premier League, like Amari Bell, and then others, Leon and Pinnock winning the right to play in the European Championship next season. So a lot of players doing well for Jamaica in this season. So we are here now in Austria, playing 2 games against Qatar tomorrow and Jordan on the 19th. Really good facilities we have here, and good opponents in Qatar and Jordan. So we feel there is a good vibe among the players. Everybody is ready, and what we have felt, me and John contacting players, there is a lot of interest now in Jamaica. There's a lot of players expressing their wish to play for Jamaica, both those who have played before and also players that have not been before in the national team. So I think there's a wind, there's a tailwind, like we say in Iceland. There's a tail.
All right, so let me stop it there for a second. So we want to make sure we add this in. He's saying that there's a lot more players that played before and after, and still want to play for like who have not really played for Jamaica wants to play for Jamaica. So Jamaica is building up a steam of respect out there. That's a place that they can go and play. So what that says that we have a pool opening up, a respectable pool and a registered pool, so we can go in for players. So that means we can set our target to say that our future could be not just on the island, because a lot of people said that they never had the security to say that we can always get these guys. Well, you realize he's telling you that you still have a door open for we to get even players that have not played as yet for Jamaica. So it does not stop there.
So we should use that advantage in the years to come. So you've already seen the squad. You've already seen the squad.
1 second, guys. Just add YouTube and its ads.
Here in Austria, we planned when we came or before. We already planned to have the full squad we wanted to go and take to the Gold Cup.
This is important.
But for a lot of reasons, we saw that early on that we would never be able to have all the players here. So we needed to adjust. We brought in some young players that we wanted to see, both for the future and for the national team at the moment. But there is some noticeable absentees in this squad list. First of all, Miguel Antonio. So he played the final a week later. It was a small celebration as well afterwards. So we decided to give him a much needed extra week because he played 1 week longer than other players. So that was it.
So Mikel Antonio, he was given an extra week due to the fact that his season ends last after everyone. So he played the Conference League finals. He won that one. So congratulations to him again. So they gave him a week. Are you guys okay with that? Because I think I'm perfectly okay with that. That's exactly what I said I would have done. So I have no problem with Mikel Antonio right there. 100%. He takes the week. So he will be in the Gold Cup squad. So that's good again. He will be in the Gold Cup squad, guys. So that is very good.
Decision we took with the medical team at West Ham and himself. He played a lot of minutes in the end of the season, so he needs to be fresh for the Gold Cup. Bobby Reid, Leon Bailey had some injuries in the end of the season, and there was a request and a recommendation from the medical team.
All right, so Bobby Reid and Leon Bailey had some injuries at the back end of the season, so it was a request that they give them time.
At least an extra week or until the 20th when we go to Chicago, and we accepted that. So
they are gonna give them an extra week. Check on how they are, and if once that week finishes, they will check up on them. So the extra week are the 20th. So maybe the extra week started before. It started from the first day of camp. So maybe that started from the 12th. All right, the 12th, and run to the 18th or something like that. But if they're not good enough, what they would do is just make them meet them on the 20th. What you guys say about that?
They will join us in Chicago.
In Chicago on the 20th. So that means they're going to be in Chicago on the 20th, even though their competition starts the 24th. So that's good. They're giving them more information as well.
Birth 2 days ago, their fourth child, a girl. Everybody is feeling good and upbeat, and he will join us in Chicago.
All right. And for Ethan Pinnock, they said it's because he has a birth situation of his fourth trial, and they gave him an extra week as well. He had a long season, and you saw what he did. All right, so he will meet up in Chicago. So you're not going to see Ethan Pinnock none at all on this tournament. In this little mini tournament, he's going to be straight coming straight to Chicago. So that is impressive. I like all the names that I'm seeing. So all the big names, they are amongst the listing. So that's a good thing. All right. All right, so let me continue. We're going to come to the chat, guys. Just give your take. I'm just trying to clear up everything.
After 12 minutes in the first half, and we've been monitoring his situation.
Okay, 1 second. This is the Damian Lowe situation, because I did a video on it and people said that I was not 100% accurate. Well, he gave you it here.
He will be saying he will join us in Chicago. Damian Lowe picked up an injury last game, was taken off after 12 minutes in the first half. And we've been monitoring his situation. He got a scan 2 days ago, an MRI, and he has a grade 1 muscle injury. Should be okay for the Gold Cup, but we take it day by day, and we are in contact with their medical team.
All right, so Damian Lowe, he had a muscle injury, grade 1, and he said he should be ready for the Gold Cup, but he's not going to be featuring in none of these things. And that's why I said they should have waited before saying that he's out, because I thought that he has a possible chance of making it. So that's good news for Jamaica. Damian Lowe is still on the table, trying to recover to get there, but they are going to take it day by day. He's going to miss this. So a lot of the big stars will be missing these 2 games because of a lot of reasons, injuries, personal reasons, and everything. So because we don't want to make everything congested, we are going to slow it down right there, discuss this, and then right after we finish with these players, we enter into the Damari Gray situation. Or you want we to just play out the entire thing and then discuss it right after? Let me know, guys, because I like to be much more coherent on the matter. So I just wanted to do it that way, because and I wanted to give everybody their chance to speak on it. All right, I'm going to open the Discord, open the call, and people can come in. All right, because I thought he made a lot of sense towards things. Yes. So what you realize there, the 23 for the actual Gold Cup is still not valid, because they have people that they want there that they're not sure of. As you can see, Leon Bailey got the extra week. Bobby Reed got the extra week, so they're gonna assess them right after. I'm gonna open the call right now so people can get to come in. All right. So, but you don't want to put what you call his name. You don't want to put Damian Lowe on the final 23 and he's injured, so you're still waiting on it. But and at the same time, he's that important towards the team. You don't want to leave him out. And then you put someone else on the paper, then you have to scratch them off the paper. So I could see their confusion as to what's happening. But I told you this is what's going to happen. MLS keep playing for 100 years. So those things are going to happen regardless of the situation. All right? Yes, so let me take some of the comments now, and then I will get to the Discord right after. All right, so Demo said, he said great. No, I'm going to get to Demo. I reported that, but people said, they had confirmed proof that he's okay. But I will get to that, Demo. So, Mr. JD, you need to stop talking about my baller a drift in a dance. He was drifting in a dance. It's not my fault, Kurt Steele. The fans send me or the associate them, because I don't call my subscribers fans. The associates send me him doing his thing in the dance. So what can I say? I have to say that he's doing his thing, you know. But they said he had a slight injury. Trevor said, football global. Okay, you like to speculate, so go ahead. Oh my God, Travis, let me stay on a positive. Bailey don't deserve no week off, and it not the first time he's injured. when he's ready to play for Jamaica. So Island Cart is not happy. Giovanni said it makes sense for all those guys with long season to get time off. Bell's situation is different. The conditioning from with Prem and Championship is contrasting. I think Bell is just a different human being as well. I think you're going to figure that out one as well, Giovanni. I had one said, I think all of this sounds very straightforward and positive. Yes, I that's why I said wait. Seems like there will be no Omari Hutchinson, Damari Gray, or Ravel. Well, we're gonna talk about it. 1 second, don't worry yourself. Let me get the spinity. Whisper gonna start for sure. Spinity. Head coach said Whisper is a rare talent. You hear that, JD? I have not. I'm covering part by part. Spinity and Drilly. So and my thing is everyone is equal is important. So that's why we say we shut it down right there. But look like your brain cell is just running because you have an egotistic problem. So I will leave that part to you and your promotion of people rather than the Jamaican national team. Football Global said JD in 2023 there is no way on Lord Green Earth we should be having passport issues. All right. He said Gray's paperwork. Oh my God, you guys just like to. We know what he said. I have it right here. I'm just gonna discuss the first set of matters. Why we can't do that? No, I realize that's how they support so much drama, because he don't even want to talk about everything that's actual factual statements. But anyways, let me get into the discard so we can start it. JD, you're sounding more like a tabloid. Oh, can I sound more like a tabloid? Wow. And what tabloid sounds? I don't know. What tabloid sounds? Please educate me on that one. Alright? Oh guys. Yes, you need to hit the like button. 200 people here. 200 is the target. Just hit the like button because we're doing our job. And we're being organized, professional and everything. Alright? Yes. So we have Jason in the lobby. Hello Jason, how are you doing?
Big up JD, big up all of the Reggae Boyz fans in the building watching the press conference. Yeah, I'm here taking my notes as well. People want to rush and get to things that we don't hear yet, but just take your time, people. We're gonna get to everything. I just wanted to touch on some things that I noted from what I heard so far. I like when he started it out, the apology. I don't think people really get the gravity of that.
I had talked about it, you know.
Conference. Yeah, no, I heard it and I had to bring it up again because I thought it was excellent that the first thing he did was talk about, look, people, we understand that you guys want to be in the know and we wanted to put you in the know, and then give him reasons why they couldn't do it and all of these things. So I was very pleased with that. I also love that he kind of cleared up before questions even started, you know, the whole thing about the guys not there. And, you know, some of them was requested by the club. Some of them was personal. And I love how I'm just lay it out all on the table. That was very, very pleasing to me. So far I like that we're getting some facts out of this, and we also, as you said, learned that a lot of the big names will actually be at the Gold Cup for sure. So that is good.
All right. Jason sound low, they said. All right, let me tweak it. All right, that should be okay now. All right. The dentist is certainly a professional. All right. So, are you okay with all of the guys them that they said? They are gonna give them the week. You're okay with that? In all the situation, Leon Bailey and Bobby Reed. You're okay with that? Okay.
I'm fine with it because it sounds like it came through, you know, Hallgrímsson and the coaching staff talking directly to the medical team of the clubs. So as long as it's all medical-based decisions, you know, I wouldn't want to be messing with that. If they say they need an extra week, then let the players get the extra week. You know, that is what was most pleasing to me, because I was thinking that some people may have just decided to take an extra week, but now we get the closure and the clarity that it was recommended, and the JFF and Hallgrímsson decided to follow the instructions or you know, follow what they were requesting. So that was good.
And you're okay, because remember, you know, all teams listed their squad, and people, you need to respond to this. Are you guys okay with them holding out for Damian Lowe to be somewhat ready? Because remember, if he's somewhat ready, he's not going to be fully 100%. Because he's carrying this injury. As I said, I documented the injury report on the video. That's why you need to listen to how I've actually formatted those videos. You get me? So are you okay to include Damian Lowe and wait on him for the 20th? Because I think that's a tough one. Is it that we don't have enough replacements for Damian Lowe at this point? We're talking about an injured Damian Lowe. So don't take it to the context, because we're intelligent enough to format things how we actually mean it. So yeah, him saying that if a full Damian Lowe, 100% I want him in the team. But we had named so much people, and if he's not fully fit, would you keep that spot in limbo for until the 20th? That is my problem. Limbo is the right word. Limbo is the right word. Would you keep that spot in limbo for so long?
Well, the fact that he has a base of players in Austria, and some of those might have not been ones making it, I don't think it's that big of a deal to wait, because when they get from Austria to Chicago, they can all meet. The team can meet up with Lowe, and they'll run him through his paces, and then they make a decision. So I don't think, because I believe you have to submit the final list 2 days before the first game. So that means if they meet up in the 20th, they'll be able to train for a day or two, and then they'll probably make that decision and submit the list. So I don't think it's the end of the world to be waiting until the 20th, especially knowing that, the competition, you'll at least have 2 days with the player, or a day and a half with the player, to kind of see what he has and see if, you want to use up one of your squad spaces for him.
Okay, all right. For me, still, I understand what everyone's saying, but I think Damian Lowe is fully needed at this time. You know why? Why I said Damian Lowe and Ethan Pinnock is desperately needed at this time. You brought in two of us, or quality new persons coming in Deshaun Bernard and Latibo here. The faster they can adapt, and you need the two best centre backs that had the information to download in them. So I would love for both of them to be there, but I just don't know if we are going to use the entire squad. And I think we're going to call up on this entire squad in the final 23. And that's why the final 20, because you have 3 goalkeepers, so 20. So that's why I was asking that question. That's why I was asking that question. Nothing else, because I wanted them to learn. Go ahead.
No, I see what you're getting at, JD. It's like, too many times in these tournaments, we kind of have spaces on the squad, and then they end up that we can't even use them because they're injured. So I understand that. But I think that it's just going to be based on, what his fitness looks like when they see him, when they get back, So I'm sure at the current time he's with Philly, and they're probably doing, strenuous rehab work. I'm sure Damian is working hard. So by the time he meets up with the team on the 20th, then they'll give him the full assessment on that day on the 21st, and they'll make their decision, So, we'll see.
All right, so let me take the comments, and then we'll go straight back into the video to finish off the video that we have right here. And if we have to go for the extent of the video, we will do so as well. All right, yeah. We have a few comments. We have I had one said maybe it's about a more experienced Lowe being yes, that's what I said. I had one. No man, I rate Damian Lowe on the level of all of the centre backs. I've said that. But obviously his experience take him over some of the centre backs them, because Deshaun Bernard, he has a high ceiling, maybe higher than all of the centre backs them that we have. You understand me? So we know that he could become great for Jamaica, but he doesn't have any experience. This is the first time he's coming. So I'm just saying, I would love for both of them to be fit, so they can teach, give the information to these guys, so they can progress faster. Because we have always struggled for games, and this is some games that we could get, so we wanted to decode the information to the new guys them. All right, Demo says Nana must go for me, 60% or 100%. All right, Demo. So JD, do you think Grim should bring D'Lo because of his injury? For me, I would not bring him because we have other players to replace him. All right, but remember, you don't have others for the information. The only person I would say has the information like Damian Lowe would be Mariappa. All right, so maybe Mariappa would be the one to take his spot there, or maybe Mariappa has his own spot. All right, Brian Burke said, me personally wouldn't wait, but maybe the coach believes he improves the team significantly. All right, love that, love that. I love the way how people wording their thing today. Everyone is being professional. I'm loving what this channel is becoming. Jason, no war anymore. I don't know what happened. People, we have 2:20 at the year. Please do smash the like button. I only have 2 hours because once it comes to football time, I have to go on world tours and all of the channels them Concacaf wide to get some other thing done to represent Jamaica as well. Even though you guys think I don't represent Jamaica, but yes, I do. Errol said, JD, I am going with the coach on D low. All right. Triple E says, I'm sure the coach had a plan B in place if Low is not ready. Yes, I know, but I was just it's a valid question, Jason, to ask if you would wait. Remember, we are like the doctors for the squad, so we have to have our discussion at the same time because we are discussing on facts. So we know the situation and we are asking the necessary question. I understand, man. Michael said wait on D'Lo, so everyone saying wait. Maybe 1 and 2 persons said don't wait. No, he will not be ready to start the first game, and he is a defender, and chemistry is needed in that position. All right. No matter, this is come from Lansley. Blake said no matter how good Bernard is, he's untested, so I fully support the coach decision to give him the respect and time. Okay, Big Dylan said why the man them never ask about Amari Hutchinson. Maybe they did not see it fit, and we are gonna have more opportunity to ask that. I was not there because I was very much tired. I was doing things on morning and fell asleep. But the next one I will try to be there and ask that question. Make sure it be one of my questions. I think Damian Lowe will be ready. All right. I in my video I had kind of alluded to him could be possible ready. Yeah, because I know the way he talks. All right, so Bernard and Pinnock. Yeah, Bernard sounds very good in his interview. Hopefully you guys watch it as well. And guys, the post match is on the channel. JD, he did saw Lowe wanted to be there, but they do not have the medical expertise with them. Yes, of course. But one thing I have to respect Damian Lowe with is attitude towards football. I think I love it. I love it. I wish the other Jamaican local born players would have had the same attitude. I think he has an attitude that I don't think none of the other local borns have. Not saying we want to and some overseas players as well. I don't see the attitude like that. So he has a gift of wanting to complete something, and we have to give him massive respect for that. All right. Maps had to be there. Yeah, hit the like button, people. Kevin Face said, JD, good afternoon. Truth Eel people. Yeah man. Bless up Kevin. Roland, yeah man, the chatter run very fast. All right. Antonio Dyer said, JD, I would love to know what will be the squad for the Nations League. We are not in the Nations League, Antonio Dyer. We got knocked out by Mexico. Not knocked out by Mexico. Yeah, we got knocked out by Mexico, but we technically drew the game, but we never had enough points to proceed to the next round. All right. Tuani says, I'm sorry, but Hutchinson not being there is a problem, and no squad without Ravel. We should not move on. We should move on from him. He playing out of damn position for us and not crabbing about it. Explain a little bit. You said we should move on from him. The question never answered. So obviously people have problems, and you saw that a lot of people have problems, local and overseas. So I don't know why we should move away from him. Jason, to any question, can you see it, Jason? Let me know. All right. Jason, you're still here? All right, maybe Jason is paused at this point. All right. Yes. So
sorry.
Tuani says, I'm sorry, but Hutchinson not being there is a problem, and not squad. No squad without Ravel. We should not move on from him. Okay, I don't know if they're moving on from Ravel, and Hutchinson not being there is a problem. I am not sure about that because we have not gotten a definitive answer on it. All right, and what we want to do going forward, we don't want to speculate. We want to make sure the coaches them come out and say what they have to say. All right, yes. So
So JD, remember, I am listening to this press conference as you play it, So some of this information maybe I could.
Oh, okay. Eddie Vision, Jamaica. Yes, so Eddie Vision, 30 minutes. So we're gonna get into it, guys. Don't worry yourself, man. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. All right. I agree. For me, I've gained more respect for Low more after seeing his attitude and positive mindset in yeah man. So we have to give him credit. Clip JD face. With Ravel not playing at all. Clip. So why you want to clip my face? What did I say wrong? What are you guys? All right. So let me see if I can. All right. So let me see if I can get it loud enough. We're trying to get. Oh yes, my face was frozen. Okay, yes, it's because sometimes my system is running so much information, it slows down from time to time. Sorry about that. I will get that started. All right. All right. So we're gonna start. We're gonna continue back with the press conference. All right. For real, people, Dilo attitude has changed for real. Yeah, no.
Absentees in the squad list.
All right, we're gonna go through now, guys.
A scan 2 days ago, an MRI, and he has a great.
So we are gonna start back from the Low side. You're hearing it good, Jason?
Should be okay for the Gold Cup, but we
Yeah, man, I can hear it,
and we are in contact with their medical team. So that is maybe the most notable names that are missing. Kemal Lawrence as well. Didn't have the Schengen visa, so we decided he would just meet us in Chicago.
Okay, so Taxi will be back from injury, and he will be on the list as well.
To talk more about this, so we just jump into the questions. If you take over.
Okay, so Taxi will be on the list, guys.
Thank you very much, Coach. So if you have a question, we kindly ask that you indicate with your hand. You'll be identified, and of course, you'll get the opportunity.
Okay, so Taxi never played a few weeks now. Jason, are you okay with including him? And people, are you guys okay as well? Just answer that, Jason, and then we just get straight back into it, Big Boss.
Yeah, if he's fit and the coach wanted him in the 23, I have no problem.
Okay, all right.
To ask Coach a question, we have about 10 minutes in terms of this Q&A section. And then, of course, the preparation continues with the coaching staff ahead of tomorrow's class.
And please, Simon, you took over an X-Man job. Stop giving away limited time. If the people have questions, let them ask their questions.
Against Qatar. So you may raise your hand if you'd like to indicate to ask a question, and then we'll commence proceedings. Okay, let's start with T-Gut from Sports Down the Middle. You may unmute and ask Coach, either Coach John Wall, assistant, or head coach.
Give him respect. Him ask one main question.
Yes. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, assistant, and good morning, fan. What about the other players that you didn't mention any, like the Damari Gray and so on? Will these players be joining you for the Gold Cup? Or just wait and see.
So this is a Damari Gray, guys.
You mentioned Damari Gray. The papers are not 100% sorted. We hope that he will be ready.
The sound got worse?
It kind of, it gets funny.
Yeah, I know, man. Eddie Vision, terrible system setup because my sound is perfect, but I don't have the full length interview. So let me play it from here. Sorry about that, guys. We're just working with what we have. So sorry about that. Let me just play my full video and then we will start from there. All right. This card open? Yes, it's open, but we are going in order, Issa. So maybe if you have 25 minutes, it's not gonna work because we have to get the information out to the people and then we discuss. So that's how it's gonna work. But if you're okay with time, no problem. Free to join, Big Boss. All right. So 1 second, guys.
Just play yours until it finishes.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do because
it was a lot clearer.
Yeah, man. Big bad iPhone, you know.
Maybe the most notable names that are missing.
Good morning. What about the other players that you didn't mention any, like the Damari Gray and so on? Will these players be joining new for the Gold Cup? Or we have to just wait and see?
So I heard you mention Damari Gray. The papers are not 100% sorted. We hope that he will be ready. And we kind of don't want to talk about things that are not 100%. So we'll just hope and see if he'll be ready. But let's say it's looking good, but nothing is certain until it's certain. So it's looking good.
All right. So Damari Gray is a next spot. So really and truly, we are not gonna get this Gold Cup team then until 24 hours before. Jason, we can't get this Gold Cup team then. And are you guys okay with that then? Because clearly we can't get it. Because majority of the guys that we would want to take there and the fans want, they are still in limbo. Because Damian Lowe, Damari Gray, that's 2 players already, you know. All right? Yeah, so what say you on that, Jason, and people inside the chat?
Well, I remember when we were first discussing the squad and we saw Damari and the provisional squad, I said that I was going to wait until I saw him on the field because of the amount of times I've heard that he's going to be ready. So, look, the coach sounds kind of optimistic, but he's also being smart and not saying anything too much. So I guess you're just going to have to, I'm going to be like the coach and be optimistic and hope that on the 22nd when the squad drop, he's there. So it is now the 14th, so I have 8 more days basically for it to start out. So I'm hoping that whatever they can do, they are trying to do, because I would love to see the player in the Gold Cup. And I think that it will just give us that extra boost that we might need to go really far in the tournament.
So everybody, we have 200 people here. Everyone, just put yes or no. Are you okay with the squad being late? The later, because a lot of players looking like they're having problem. Yes or no? It's easy. Type, even if that's the one thing you answer, throughout the stream, just press yes or no. When you hear the names now, you start say yes.
When you say late, when you say late, as long as it's by the 22nd, it's not late,
Yeah, but no, Jason, that is late. You know why? Because now you have to start making more than one plans. Because if you had him and sure that he's going to be here and then turn up on the 20th, you would have felt good. But now you have to prepare yourself to say that, okay, if the 20th pass and I don't have it, no, I have to go on to plan B or C and then get that man in tune towards the team for
that man. But JD, one of those people, right, that are gonna be taking the place of what Gray would have had is in Austria now.
Okay, so
they're getting bedded in.
Okay.
It's not like they were just randomly taking players on the 20th. They've been together. And it would be these players in Austria that would be taking one of those spots, the Parises, the Whispers, those people.
Okay,
right?
so you don't think it's going to be so much of a problem in his planning?
No, not for his planning, because he has the players that would be playing for Gray there with him.
I think if Gray had the passport, he would have already turned up to the camp, or maybe I think he would have already turned up to the camp. So that itself cut him a couple days. So I do believe that guys, we're just arguing the point here, but I agree. I would wait on him. I agree that I would wait on him, but I'm just saying. The paperwork, Jason, it kind of kick off things, and I can see that the coach is not happy on that side.
No, one thing though, JD, that he didn't specify that I was wanting him to, is he didn't say if it's the passport or the clearance thing. He didn't really say which one. Both.
I think but what I've read is when you get the passport and the citizenship, then you have to put both of them together, send it to your FA, then the FA give it the clearance, and then send it to FIFA, and then FIFA have to pass it. So it's 4 stage. I did it in the video, and I told people like Marlon, said this is not going to be a 1 day or a 1 week thing. You understand me? And you see, Jason, you see that I was right because the fact said that.
So my hope is that he has the passport.
Yes, I think he has a passport already. Yeah, I think he has all of those already.
Now, and the FA is to do what they need to do, and FIFA to do what they need to do. I'm hoping that's the stage that we reach.
Yes,
Because
and
then I would have a little more.
yes, I think that's the case. I think that's the case, Jason. I think that's the case. But I just asked if we wait, and everyone said they would wait. They are going to wait on this man to come and play for Jamaica. So they don't care if 2 more spots wait. So I don't want to hear anybody after today talking about when the Gold Cup squad is going to be dropped. You guys get the information. The reason why they can't publicly announce all 23 for certainty it's because some of the men them still injured, but they are big enough ballers that they can come in and make a difference. That's what I'm getting from the conversation. That's what you're getting, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, based on the type of player and the importance to the squad, obviously, you would be more willing to wait until the last minute because you know what that player is going to give you if you can add him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, with the players that are in question that we're waiting on, I think those 2 would be people that you would think, yes, we're going to wait on these players and see if they can get in the team.
Ryan, Elite Sports, bless yourself, thanks for passing through, said Gary has Jamaican passport. Yes, we know, but you having the citizenship and the passport does not give you the right to play for the country just the same. You still have to have the clearance from the FA and the clearance from FIFA after all documentations come together. I did build a video. I think he meant Gray. Giovanni. Yes. So that proved that I was right again. So they need to give me respect when I am digging. I might not be in the know, but the obvious things and the letter of the laws always go by the letter of the laws. Is that true, Jason? The letter of the law always go by the letter of the law. Right, so we were right again on that one. Alright, let me continue. But I'm much more upbeat with what we're hearing from the coach and the quality of the players that we're talking about. Boy, oh boy, if we can't. I know this is going to be the conversation, because people will say if we are bringing these big players and we're seeing United States squad, if we can't win the entire thing, no. But I am not going to do that. I'm not going to say win the entire thing. All right. All right, so let me continue. Because we have to get through this, guys. We only have 2 hours. All right, big up yourself, jobless. Issa, guys who want to join the Discord, please just go in the description and click the Discord, and we are going to be ready. All right.
So it's looking good.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Tiga, do you have a follow-up question, or we can proceed?
All right. You can proceed.
All right, thank you.
2 hours can't do this, Jason.
Abiel Smith, you may.
Sorry for you.
Tactical wait for me too as well.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
So this is the next question, guys.
Okay. Good morning, Coach. I have a few questions.
I don't have 5 hours, Malcolm.
Encourage innovation and creativity with the coaching staff, and what strategies have you been implementing to foster professional growth and development among the staff members?
Well,
JD,
my methods of coaching, I picked.
All right, this was a question towards the growth of and the knowledge passed on to local people, like local coaches and stuff. So that's what he's answering to.
The coaches or the staff members, I pick them for the reasons that they will add something to and know something and are better than me in areas. So that is one way of growing, is to add in people and persons that both on the pitch but also off the pitch that will give something extra to the squad. We have a lot of meetings, probably the staff members.
Is anybody else hearing anything?
Meetings
so you're not hearing it?
So we try to discuss things.
Guys, let me know if you're hearing it well.
Problems. So we talk about everything, how we can improve, not now, but also in the future. So I think just to be open about
Yes, they are here in
there's a
Jason.
lot of solutions to solve. I think that is probably as we stand, we need to find stability in our work. We need to improve the professionalism in what we are doing. But it's a culture change, and those changes always need time. If you would like to add something to this, John.
Yeah, creativity and freedom. I think those are two things that you actually deserve before you can actually start attributing that part. I think structure comes first. And right now is about building structure and to know what's expected every day, day in, day out, even down to the morning, down to scheduling, what to expect from when we show up, how we do, and it all comes from the staff first, of course. So for me, it's more of a point where when we deserve and to move on, and where everyone on staff feel that this is us, that's what creativity and freedom can actually flourish. Because I haven't heard any movie director talking about creativity and freedom before anyone knows the actual manuscript.
Emil, you said you had another question. Before you do that, can you identify your organization? Before
Sir, that's Sports TV.
Okay, one more question from you.
One more, okay. What are your thoughts on the opposition? I know they will challenge the Reggae Boyz in these upcoming matches.
Well, if you start with the game tomorrow, we are more focusing on the game tomorrow. So we only got our squad together now, today, and so we didn't have much time to prepare. So we are focusing on one opponent at a time. So I know Qatar and the national team players quite well, so I know what kind of an opponent they are.
All right, so we are having some sound issue here with him. Let me see.
I feel only
Okay, it's okay now.
positivity in the squad. It's an upbeat squad. We've been together 1.5 days with the whole squad. So, but it's a good vibe. Of course, the focus is to be ready when the Gold Cup starts. But all preparation matches are important. We are not thinking about if we meet them later on. That will be a issue when that happens, if that happens. But now we just focus on doing a good performance tomorrow. You want to add something to Qatar, because you were analyzing Qatar, and maybe follow up on the question about Jordan.
Yeah. No, it's kind of interesting to see the potential cultural change that's happened, and obviously in their selection of Qatar, which is a bit different. But I think their head coach is more than, he wants to impose a lot of his style pretty early on, I would guess. And I think that change in itself is going to bring some interesting dynamics to the game. And added on the hunger of those players.
Why? We have some chipping out every second,
The
guys.
training sessions is quick to adapt. Is of course more speed around him now than he's used to back home. But he's going to one of the best clubs in the world, so he needs to be quick to step up into the tempo that he's going to.
No, it's not from my side. It's not from my side, guys.
To Coach Minzy.
And I missed the whisper question. Someone asked about whisper.
Everyone.
And we only heard on the side that he said he needs to like get used to the tempo of the other quality play, like the speed of play. So he needs to get up to that, and he's going to one of the biggest clubs in the world. All right, so that's what he said right there. I would love for someone to get the clean version that don't have any chips out, because that is the problem. We are getting too much chip out. Yes, so the press conference, they need to improve the audio and stuff. That is a definite problem that they need to work on. Let me see if I can get it.
You have speed, you have skills, you have a really good left foot and a really good right foot.
All right.
To John Richards, getting another opportunity. Can you speak on anything you've seen from him, whether quality-wise or personality?
Yeah, I can talk about this kid. I watched him a lot at late. So you have in the same kid, physical strength, you have speed, you have skills, you have a really good left foot and a really good right foot. And in that package is a highly confident 17-year-old who is a goal scorer. So it's rare that you have all of these qualities in the same package. So this is how we see him now. He's been really good on the training sessions. He's quick to adapt. Is of course more speed around him now than he's used to back home. But he's going to one of the best clubs in the world, so he needs to be quick to step up into the tempo, and he's going to.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Javon. Let's now go to Coach Minzy.
So I heard that he said no. Hope you guys heard that.
Good day, everyone. Coach Heimir and Juan, as well as Simon and the other journalists online. My question is, given the preparation that you'd have had, Coach, in terms of the players that you have available to you, do you believe that this is adequate preparation going into World Cup, seeing that these two games would have been good dress rehearsal for the World Cup game, but you don't have all your pieces to work with? What's that sort of
fair question? Fair question. That
giving you when?
No. Let's take an ideal one. Would have been all the players here, and we could work with them for 10, 12, 13 days prior to the first game on the 24th against US. That would have been ideal. But we don't live in a world that is perfect, so we have to just adapt to the situation. And even though we only have maybe a handful of players, we can still work with them this time, so we can help them. And maybe the next guys in line, we can help them to grow and step up and be ready if needed, etc. So we are going to use this time really well to prepare those guys that are here. Ideally, of course, and I said it in the beginning, we planned with going with everyone to Austria, and we are really thankful for the guys that are here. But yeah, we are happy with the players that are here. We use it maybe in a little bit different way than we planned to in the beginning, but it's good facilities, really good facilities. Good hotel we're staying at. Good fish to 2 minutes walking to the training pitch, so we can go.
Why you keep talking about? Why you keep emphasizing on good facility? What is he doing? Throwing shades?
Session with him. So we use it.
He kept saying good facilities, distance, and everything. Everything is organized. Hope you guys catch that too.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, certainly. Just another question real quick. The player Brandon Cover, if I got his name correct, he wasn't a part of this initial 50-man squad that was dropped. Will he be making that World Cup squad? I know probably that is inside information, but will he progress after you see him in these games?
He's one of these young players playing in England, but honestly, I think I will just throw that question to John that knows him better than me.
Yeah, I can be pretty open. He's not part of the Gold Cup. The fact that Damien being treated for his grade 1 open up the possibility of a really short flight so we can assess it a little bit more closely. For us, familiarize the players with what they're striving for, which should be the men's first national team, and getting that close and even. That head coach can watch a little bit closer. For me, I've just been assessing full games of him, monitoring him, and he's a good prospect.
Brendan cover.
Yeah, and he's picked in.
The CAC game.
So he's going anyway to the CAC right after our camp here. So it was never the plan to bring him to US.
Thanks, Coach Minzy. Based on time and the persons who are raising their hand, we will have to have one question each. Let's go to Alex. Alex Reed.
I have my list here. I'm writing down. You know me. Isa.
Heimir Hallgrímsson. Morning, Simon. Good morning, January. I just have a quick question is that he said that the medical staff rest told the rest of other players, but why does Amari Bell take the initiative and sacrifice to come to this camp and the other players doesn't do the same thing? Because he said the objective goal is to win the Gold Cup. Why everybody didn't take the sacrifice and come here and gel with the team, even though they're not going to play? They gel with the team going forward to Gold Cup. Isn't that a better option than just taking a rest? I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, it's a good and a valid question. And no problem to answer that one because it's different. It's all different cases. So, for example, with Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed, they are doing treatment with their specialists. They are working on recovery. So I think it's better for us that they are fresh when it comes to the Gold Cup, rather than flying them here and being with us. We don't have all the same equipment like their medical team have. The same with Damien, with Nana. He wanted to come here, but he needs all kinds of treatment to speed up his recovery. So we would like that to be done in his club. So it's a good question. They could have sat here and listened to the meetings, but luckily all of these players have been with us 4 camps in a long time, so they kind of know what we are doing. And we will have ways to speed up all the things that we've been talking about when we meet in US on the 20th.
All right, so Alex dropped a bombshell there. We have to start discussing now. I'm going to drop the link for the Discord and people join, all right? Because they said a lot and we don't want things to fly over our head and we have to discuss, all right? Yes. So let me continue. Coach said Alex asked a good question. So he's not shying away from confrontational questions, you know? Yes, and he answered it properly. Are you guys okay with that? The medical teams are better than what we have. So it's okay for them to stay at their locations and get themselves in shape. Jason, all of the mans them just join the lobby and then let we chop up things, all right? Yes, because time running down on us, all right? Yes. So Jason, what say you on the matter? Let's discuss.
Yeah, so he mentioned that the medical teams they have more equipment and better, people to handle situations like that. But some of the players that aren't there are not with their clubs currently. They're just not there. So that don't really answer everybody that's not there.
Okay, so you're saying because he said Bobby Reed and like Liam Bailey's, and then we saw Liam Bailey doing different things. So you're saying that they're not there. I don't see Bobby Reed. I don't know where he is. So I don't know.
I haven't seen Bobby Reed, but I know Bailey hasn't been with his club. So I get the answer in terms of Nana. And from what I know, I guess Bobby Reed, because I haven't seen him anywhere.
Okay.
But that answer wouldn't really satisfy the Bailey part.
Okay. I like the honesty. So guys, let me know. Only Bailey alone does not seem like he's in treatment. Person said he had birthday for his kid, and we saw him doing his thing in the party, so nobody can take that away because I saw it, all right, and others saw it as well. Yes, but the other two, the reason why they are there, it's because of their medical thing, and he had actually said Damien Lowe would have willingly ready to join up with them, but they told him to stay and do his thing because they are better, so they influenced him to stay. So that's a next credit to Damien Lowe again, because he wanted to come injured. He wanted to come injured and try and make sure they can have an on-spot analysis on him. So Damian Lowe, he gets my respect, you know. He gets my respect, the attitude that Damian Lowe has, you know.
And you know, I believe the coach is looking for that same type of attitude from other players, you know, because I don't know if probably Ali and Bailey probably fly out today and meet up with the team or whatever.
No. They answer that. He's not going to come there.
He's just going to come.
Yes, he's going to go the 20th.
I think that's disappointing because early in the interview, the coach said they planned to have all the players there.
Yes.
And so he was looking to have all of them because the coach is very, 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 very pragmatic and meticulous, you know? And he plans with his team, with his coaching staff, what he wants to happen. And he's very intentional. And I think he's, not a little bit, I think he's very disappointed. He just can't show it and say it. But it comes out in the way he answers the question. Look how he pointed out the situation with Damian Lowe. He never had to say Damian Lowe wanted to come and...
Yes, I think he
didn't have to say that.
Let me give Alex his credit. A lot of people will complain that Alex, that was not a good question. But I think the coach wanted that question because he wanted to answer it. That's what I got. He wanted to answer it.
That's what I'm saying. We're thinking the same way because as I'm saying, the coach probably is not going to come out and state his disappointment, but it comes out in the way he answers the question. You see what I say?
He wanted to answer it.
You look at even players who just played Champions League. Today's what? Today's Wednesday. Players who play Champions League Saturday gone. I've met up with their teams. You understand? I've met up with their teams, and some of these players have been off probably more than a week now. You understand? And you can't meet up with the team. Yes, you're gone. You fly out, gone wherever you want to. You have your little fun. You come back. But at least after whatever you're doing, at least you say, all right, meet up for the last game. I meet up for 5 days with the team or something. You understand? To show, say, oh, you have the desire that the coach has too. You understand? So I think the coach is a bit disappointed in not having the majority of his squad there with them to train because this camp seems to me that it was very important to the coach and his staff.
Yeah, agreed. Guys, please do smash the like button. We are on 150. We have almost 300 people here, so please do get up to 300. We know we don't have enough time, but just please support the cause. Yes, we are going to bring in Alex. He has a fake account, but he's here. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Alex. How are you doing?
I'm telling people that we have a fake account, man. What's some real account?
Talk professional. You spoke professional to the coach. If you talk to me like that in Jamaican, I'm gonna box you down. All right, because you talk properly to the next coach. All right. So talk to this coach properly.
Talk properly to the next.
Alex. I just want to commend you. You asked a very good question today. All right. So good job.
Yeah, but you know the reason why I asked the question.
Yes, you swell up him head. You swell up him head. Him turn big analyst now. 2 times in a row. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, the reason why I asked the question is that he's saying that it's medical reason why Bailey and Bobbery. But Bobbery up on vacation. I don't see no medical staff and rub him down. I help him.
What? Rub
and
him
Bailey
down?
I drink a party and drink the liquor something. You want to know in my head. I told him I get enough time to ask the question. I mean, I really asked him the question. I said, yes, the man is injury agreement. The man was style the program called Amari Bill there. They are trained. Daniel Johnson reach. Sherman Nichols reach. So Bailey and Bobby Reed couldn't reach. They're above the thing. So that's why
no, but Alex, you answered it. We everything what you're explaining now, that's what we got in your statement. So you never had to ask him that way. And I think he got it as well, you know. So you answered it, man. You ask it, man. You ask it. Believe me.
But that's me. I say it's because they are privileged because they feel like say okay, me have my team and when I top players them. That's why Grimmie need more players like Reese Nelson and these local younger players to push them up. So they can have competition. I think that thing serious. Come to feel that they think serious.
Okay. So you're saying that we need more of the Damari Grays them to come in to make sure everything is not sure. For nobody.
Damian Lowe injury and I try to fight to come say Grimmie. I want to come see away. Grimmie. Who match with Damien Lowe then there?
Alex, you see you, Alex, you're a troublemaker. You know why? You know that Damien Lowe position is kind of in question. So obviously, maybe that gives him the incentives to want to come, because obviously these guys that are coming in are quality players as himself, but they don't have the experience. And if he's not there, they are going to gain the experience, whether it's a good experience or not, and they're going to be better, and it's going to be closer to him. So I do see him needed to turn up, but it answers your point as well. So you're right. People need to be.
Somebody in the comments say if me they would play them 24 or 24/7 for know when I get medical treatment. Which part of Jamaica they might get medical treatment? We don't love to know which part of Jamaica the right equipment and there Jamaica to get medical treatment. Let me know now.
Alex, you don't. Alex, that's a problem. You know, you are one of the founders of YouTube space for Jamaica, and you still can't. Yes, you never made a YouTube channel, but you are the troublemaker, the resident troublemaker for every channel from 50 years now. So don't act like you're not that person. You're around from day one. Don't fool the fans. I was around from day one, and you were around from day one. But anyways, what we're saying, he spoke. So what if the coach is not in the know, Alex? Let me talk on the facts, because he talked as if we are giving up them to get their treatment because of their clubs. They have the possibility to get to their clubs. So what say you on that, Alex?
The benefit of the doubt in a JD. If you don't win from a soldier field, me and them. That's how me I tell you. Me and them. Me I give them the benefit of the doubt, you know. And that's the thing of a baby. Me give in the past, but that you have to do it for your family. That's family important. Right? Who's for Barry that get treatment pan vacation? JD, you know, I'm bill out.
And even if you want to give them, go ahead.
I'm bill they have family too. So they don't want to go vacation with their family too. They make a sacrifice, no. So why them barely and them could make a sacrifice. I'm bill have a longer season that
hold on. Remember, we're speaking to everybody, you know. Guys, please do get the likes up on the video. That's all I'm asking you. 200 people are getting to 300 likes. But before we get to it, are you guys agreeing with what Alex says, or you would give them leeway? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Because Alex talking, but we have to make sure that the people involved that's watching the video. Go ahead, Issa.
Yeah, man, I agree with Alex 100%. It's just that I want to just give them the benefit of the doubt. Say, for instance, okay, Leon Bailey, Bobby Reed, the coach say, you know, they're still on the treatment table. Fine. All right, you give them an extra 5 days. They still can come to Austria, even if they not play the game. Them just for say, all right, yes, you get as much treatment from whoever you need, wherever they are. Then you join up with the team. The team have medical staff too. At least a Billy could come in the camp. You see, I know Leon Bailey's son at his birthday. Yes, the coach would give him time off for that. So after the birthday, take 3 more days, join up with the team. At least come get like a treatment with the team and just try to be around the team, build the camaraderie, whatever. You're probably not going to in a full training session. Even the coach explained that the facilities are so good. It's very near. Shaman Nicholas to turn up and him have one session by himself with one of the coaches. You see me I say, so you could have even come and get like a light training session while getting treated, even if you're not going to be playing. It's winning take a whole lot of sacrifice. And that Alex point out. If the aim, and actually Alex said that in the question. He said to the coach, your aim is to win the Gold Cup. Why players are not sacrificing or put little sacrifice in them effort to say, all right, I want to join up with the team at this point, even if I'm not going to play, even if I'm still going to be on the treatment table. Yeah. You guys get what I'm saying, don't you?
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. Yeah, and you have a valid point there.
So even if I say, all right, may I give them the benefit of the doubt, right? But them still make it thing look away because it's a 13-day camp, I think the coach said. At least even 3 days you can't come from the camp for Basi.
Well, on the JD, stick up it. If it was Nation League, would they be there? Would they have the same attitude, vacation time, and have to take a look at India?
Maybe not, because other Nations League teams has all of the big players there already. So maybe not.
Panama that's a me love attention.
But
Panama.
Alex, we have to mute. Alex, you have to be remain professional, my brother. We remain professional. This is this all I know. Gary Powell says no. Mr. Dre says no. Fowling says no. So everyone saying that they would have given them the time. All right, so they're going opposite to what we're saying. Kali says these people talking as if these players are not humans. All right, but Alex, to your question then, if they would have done that to the Nations League,
You can respond.
I was trying to respond to him and then you come in, Issa. It's gonna be fast, Alex. But none of the Nations League players them playing two competition. So maybe that's the next one as well. So maybe they are gearing up to give their attention to one competition, just the same like the others that's coming in early, so they could get their vacation on the back end. That's from me. Go ahead, Issa.
Yes, so I mean, I don't want to go the back and forth with the people in the comments, but the thing is this: you're asking if the players are not human. So the players that were just done play Champions League and are human, we're gonna meet up with the international team. That's what I'm gonna say. There are levels to this type of professionalism with our players and other players. I'm telling you the honest truth. Look the question. That's why our players can do certain things and get away with it, because we require so little from them. We require so little from them. Do you understand what I say? People will just play Champions League final, left from where them they take 2 days and go meet up with them international team. You know why? Because that's their job. That's the life of a footballer. That's your career. You see what I say? And boy, it's disappointing when fans speak like that. It's not like we're saying, oh, football 24/7. I literally just said, you come off your season done, you take 1 week already. At least join up with the team 3 days, 2 days, or whatever in the camp. So at least you can start your preparation and build yourself with the team. You understand what I say? Of course we know that the players are human, but what's different about our players and other players? Why other players from other nations, other countries can sacrifice and go and meet up with them international team? And I don't even know if them probably only play them probably only play Nations League, not a tournament like the Gold Cup. You see what I say? They probably only play Nations League, and to us, Gold Cup in our region is the Mecca. So what you trying to tell me, say, next to World Cup qualification, Gold Cup is our big tournament in the Caribbean, bro. Like, so what are you guys trying to tell me?
Mr. Gia said, Mr. Gia said the club said to give them 2 weeks. The club asked Mr. Dre. The club asked. And then they agreed with it because they came together with the coaching staffs. Yes, but you have Damian Lowe saying, and what Issa saying is, if you're being there, even if you're not doing it, you're just being there with the team, would have sell it better as well. So Mr. Dre, I understand what you're saying, but it's still bear some fruits being there around the team, and you still can train to a certain extent as well. So they are not injured like they can't play none at all. They're just saying because of exhaustion and stuff. Maybe Bobby Reed and others that's just coming back from slight injury. Take little precaution with them. That's what they're saying, and they came to that conclusion as well. But the coach was not happy. So I'm going in defense of Issa. The coach was not really happy speaking on it as well.
JD, if they want us to go by the letter of the law, we can count the days them like. Come on, JD. We're not stupid. We know when it's the Premier League season done, you can get your 2 weeks, long time, and join up with the team. Come on, JD.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
The club asked for 2 weeks. So if you want us to count the days, the Premier League season done, long time, bossy. You understand?
Yes.
So if you tell me that the coach says 2 weeks, you can join up with the team before the second game, a day before the second game, and get at least 5 days left in the camp. You understand? So that really don't make no sense to me.
Yes, so Mr. J, he has a point. He has a point, Mr. J. The 2 weeks would have been completed just the same. You get me? And they could have been in even games. They could have been in a part of games. So, yeah. So, Mr. J, I understand your point, but Issa have his point as well.
Yeah, and I remember when we started to see the people that were there on the first day they got there, I was saying, boy, I would be okay if everybody showed up at least for the second game, right? So that they could get a little bit of time in this camp because I remember in the last game against Mexico, remember we had only one game, and in that first window, the guys went and did their trips and went to see different sites and everything, and everybody said that the team looked so much more galvanized in the Mexico game. So it's a make a big point about the camaraderie, and even if they wasn't going to play football when they go to Austria, just being there, doing the team building sessions and things like that could augur well for them going into the World Cup. So that's a big point about even if them not going to play, just be present and be around the group and start forming the chemistry.
Yes,
Perfectly said,
yeah.
my brother.
So the other points, guys, Brandon Cover, you guys got that. He's not going to be a part of it. He was not listed in the 50 man, and I love the fact that they never tried to find a way to put him in it, because being that Concacaf taking more restrictions on these things, I don't want it to cause any unnecessary problems. All right. Obviously, he said something that the reason why they put him in it because Damian Lowe, they are not sure of him, so they wanted to see something from him as well. But the coach at the other hand don't really seem like he wanted him, because he said he's going to the next thing, so he's not going to be here. So at the same time, I'm getting a mixed thing.
Tell the assistant coach to answer the question. I don't know about him.
Yeah, so I don't think
That's
he's
the
interested
point.
in the player.
And the thing is, if they wanted to squeeze him in, JD, they could have, because there are exceptions for injuries in the pool. I think in the 50-man pool. You understand? But I think it would take a longer time, etc., etc., etc. But the coach doesn't know about him, so CSE games, that's it for him. And yeah, he can move his way up. And this is the thing, that's what I like with Coach Hallgrímsson. He has an idea of probably right now 20 players that he has in his first team, and you have to work your socks off to actually get into that pool that he has. So if Damian Lowe goes down, he already has a first team player that, he has to replace Damian Lowe. So people like Brandon Cover, no, I still just work them way up. You understand? And see if you can, work your way into the coach's plans. It's simple.
All right, so now we kind of know that all of these guys going in, because we have to chop it up. We have to make sure we chop it up. Guys, hold on, let me see how it goes. We have 250 people here, 280 people. If we can't hit 200, it makes no sense me even contemplated to pass 2 hours. I'm telling you, because I find it disrespectful if we eat out here asking 200 people to hit the like button, and you guys are just here. I don't know what you're doing here. Go somewhere else if you can't support the program. You get me? Because you're not commenting and you're not hitting the like button. We ain't having that time for that, So once it reaches 2 hours, we are done. Because we don't ask you for money and you can't hit the like button. And we are having solid reasons. Well, me done with you. Alright, that's all I'm going to tell you. Once it reaches 2 hours, we done. And you can go somewhere else. Yeah. Anyways, let me talk about the actual story here. We have all of these big names. What should be the expectations? Are we being unfair on the coach for these guys to come in late, Issa and Jason? Then have the same high expectations when really and truly they are not going to be ready in the first game. Even if they are on the field, they are not going to be in the best shape that they should have been in.
You want to go, Jason?
Yeah, no, I think when it comes to the USA in that first game, the coach, if you remember, the coach obviously will be focusing on Nations League semi and potential final. And so the squad that he'll be playing with and training with is different from what he'll take into the Gold Cup. So with that being said, I don't really think that the USA is coming into this with the greatest preparation as well. I mean, the coaching staff and the support staff will all be with the Nations League team. So they probably won't be meeting up with the Gold Cup group until at least the 21st or 20th. So I think that in that sense, the playing field should be pretty level. And if you're looking at it that way, just looking at the quality of the players that should be together, going into the game, I think we should feel good about our chances. So I think due to the kind of stuff going on with the USA program, I don't see it being something that I will say, boy, I'm going to give the coach a blight if he can't get a result. Because I don't think the USA is coming into this with everything lined up either. So, I still would say, the pressure is on Hallgrímsson to get a result. I think based on the lineup, and since it's come out, if you follow any of the US vloggers and people in the sport, they are very underwhelmed by the team. Now I think they might be overreacting a bit with that because USA has shown in the past that they can take a MLS team to the Gold Cup and still win it. But I think even the names of this MLS version of the team are a lot more unknown than some of the past teams. So, I think Jamaica should still feel pretty confident, especially now that I've heard from the coach that some of these players that won't be in Austria will at least be in the US. We should have a pretty full strength squad. So, I think the pressure is still going to be on him. I think that Jamaica and the fans are going to want a result in the first game.
Okay. Go ahead, Issa. Issa,
Right.
yeah.
I slightly disagree with some of the stuff you're saying, and I'll tell you why. When you have a coach like Hallgrímsson, he's very intentional, about the things he does, and wanting to prepare a squad for a tournament. I would assume that the way things are being done, in our region, in our context, it's not what he's used to. As a coach, yes, you will always have pressure. But I think if we are being very objective with how we see that the preparations are going, we can, say that, yes, we are looking to play well and do well against the US. But with how we see things are going, players will be turning up probably 2 days before that first match. Players in the camp that he probably won't even be using in the Gold Cup. I mean, his work is cut out for him. I mean, how do you plan for a USA team with players that are not going to be playing in the tournament? How do you do that? As a coach, it's pretty hard. You know what I mean? And for a person who is very intentional and pragmatic, you would want all your pieces there to plan perfectly for your first game or the tournament. And currently, he does not have that. So he has to be making do with what he has and then come again, prepare when you reach Chicago again. It's like you're starting all over again, putting in your pieces and trying to cram all you want in 3 days into players, systems, trying to get them to understand each other, all of that. So yes, the playing field might be level because of the squad that the US will be putting out for the Gold Cup. But at the same time, his preparations are not perfect. He said it. In the ideal world, he would have wanted all his pieces there to plan. But he has not got that. You see me I say? So he still has his work cut out for him. And remember, this is Jamaica we're talking about. So we played our last couple of games. We've been doing well under Hallgrímsson. But he still has his work cut out because how he's probably used to preparing for a tournament and preparing for games, it's not the same context with Jamaica. And it's not that the playing field is level, but I bet you that USA squad is together right now. I'm preparing. And Jamaica players are on vacation. Think about that.
No, that USA squad is not preparing because those players are still with their MLS teams.
Yeah, so
But that's
together for the Gold Cup.
but just
What's that?
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, a lot of the things that you're saying is basically what this coach is gonna deal with from the USA. Because as I said, his main focus right now, and this is this is 10 days before the Gold Cup, is actually the Nations League tomorrow. So he hasn't had a chance to train with his MLS squad. None at all. So I'm just saying, like, that is going to play a factor for them as well. Remember, Nations League semifinals is not normally, well, was it in 2021, right before the Gold Cup? It was not this time, was it? I don't think this has ever happened where the Nations League is this close to the Gold Cup, right? So this is unprecedented for all the teams going into
all
the
the teams, yeah.
Yes. So I think we're going to see that play out in the first couple of games in the Gold Cup, where the bigger teams who had the two nations playing before the Gold Cup, they might not look as sharp in the first couple of games, right? So I just think that is going to play a factor, and that's why, even though I know the coach is upset, I am upset. I wish that everything would just go smoothly, but I don't think anybody is smooth run to this tournament. especially not the teams that are in the Nations League as well. Besides maybe Panama, because their team might be the same in the Nations League and the World Cup.
One second. From I respect both sets of questions, but Issa touched on some points. Jason. So now we have Trinidad in the group, right? And obviously we have Trinidad, United States, and then maybe a Curacao. You don't think that making sure you don't lose or set yourself back lower than what you could go is vital? Because I do believe that all of these games are going to be tough games for Jamaica, you know, every damn single one of them, you know. And you slipping up in the first game sets you back. Look here, how good your talents looks on paper. You understand me? Because now you have to be desperate and try to strategize, desperate and throw strategy out of the window to get results in the second game if you go and lose. Because United States won a tournament with surprisingly this squad is slightly better in certain areas than United States a squad that won the damn tournament the last time. So I got what Issa saying that why are we still setting ourselves back when we have an advantage and we don't press on with that advantage based on what's going on here with players missing? That's what I got from Issa saying still. But continue, Jason.
Yeah, no, the only point I was going to make, read that is, you know, I think, yes, they're going to be with the team late, but you have to remember as well that these players that are coming in, it's not like this is going to be their first cap or their first time working on the manager.
Mm-hmm.
This will now be the third time where they're working with him. So I think that the acclimatization period is a lot less. And I think they would be okay coming in like, you know, as if they were in their Premier League season and they came in and they only had 3 days before a game. So it's not like it's something that's outside of what normally happens. And I think the fact that the players coming in are all like some of the more senior, more higher level professional players, those are the ones. That's how Hallgrímsson said, you know, these guys, it will take me, we just accelerate what we want to teach them because they have the knowledge and the base to take the information that quickly and we'll put it on the field. So I think in that sense, we are a little bit better off in who is coming in because remember, again, this USA team, they're capping a lot of players trying to tie them down. So these guys haven't really played together much. So I would say that the effect of them coming in late is going to be worse for the US because they have played less games together. You know, Bailey has played with Antonio, Reed has played with Antonio, you know, Lowe and Pinnock have played together. So a lot of the things, you know, the chemistry is somewhat there, you know. I mean, you know, obviously it's a young chemistry, it's an early chemistry, but it's not like the Panama game where it's 9 new guys and they never played. So I think it's the, you know, it's not ideal. Don't let this argument I'm making make me think that I'm okay with everything. But I'm just saying it could be worse in the sense that the other team that we're going to play are also in the same exact boat. They have not been together for any extended period of time with their actual coach.
And I don't know. I don't just want to argue, but I don't. My heart don't agree with you, but I'll let this one slide.
That's cool. But because we're going to have more conversation on this because it's not going to go away. You know, because obviously we have to know the coach's belief and then match it up with the players as well. So those are coming. So don't worry yourself, and it will be with the StreamYard so everyone can come on screen and everything. So yeah, what we left out now. He gave some information for persons that want to hear about Whisper. He gave some information as to what he heard. What I've learned about this coach, he gives everyone, and which is a good thing to do in life. Let everyone start from, and you don't know nothing about them, so you take exactly what they say, because that's what I thought he did with the Liam Bailey situation, the Bobby Reed situation. Obviously people seeing them in different locations, so he takes everything. So he said Whisper will be going to one of the best clubs in the world, and this is what we expect from him. And obviously he I think he said he learns fast, or he adapts well. I think you said he adapted well. I don't know if Issa, you're a baller, Issa. You should be listening keen. He said he adapted well, man.
So
He said he
adapted well.
he adapted well, but he needs to get
well,
up to the
but he
pace. Like, you need to get up to the
let
pace.
me explain that part. He said he adapted well, and then he also said because he has more speed around him,
Yes.
more high-level players around him, he has to also get up to speed.
Okay, yes. So that means I never heard him out of pocket. Yes. So he adapted well, and this is an opportunity. Let us spin it. This is an opportunity for him to get up to the speed of the real world football. You know, so he only can be better, and obviously he is a talent that if you give him the opportunity, he could even go further in his development. So this is an opportunity for him to to not just get further, but maybe put himself out there as well, because a lot of men don't show up now, and if a man perform and score two hat-tricks in 2 of these games, you're not going to tell me that you're not going to find a way out to squeeze him in. So this is an opportunity for him to do something for himself. You understand me? I do believe that this opened the doors for Kaim Paris, Whisper, and all of those guys to really get something, because a lot of all of the big names are not there. You understand me? So this is an opportunity for all of these players to showcase themselves. So
did anyone ask about Jamal Lowe during the conference?
I think Jamal Lowe and those guys are amongst the players them on the far right list of not turning up as yet, and they're gonna be going because he never gave me any information on Jamal Lowe. He gave me a Taxi. Taxi will meet up over there, so that means we know that Taxi is in the team. You know, so
he didn't mention anything about Jamal Lowe, so I'm wondering if he in the thoughts.
A lot of people never even mention a lot of things. You get me? Because Jura said, did he say anything about Amari? No. And he never said nothing about Jamal Lowe and a lot more other players. I wanted more clarity and a lot more other players. So we still, that's the level that Jamaica team is at now. We have so much players. So much quality players.
Yep.
So nobody even get the time to really ask about all the players them, because Simon come out 10 minutes. So people go ask questions in 10 minutes, Jason? We need to call out Simon for that. He did a professional job. Let me give audition for Simon to get a job like this, to get rid of the next guy. So I do like what, but Simon, don't let them give you any restriction. We want time.
He did mention that as soon as the press conference was done, the work on the pitch had to continue. So
yeah, what we know here. No, Jason. That's slackness. That's slackness.
That's a given, Jason. That's a
slackness. You have that delay 30 minutes and work out on the pitch. Forgive the fans. And the fans them pay them money, Jason.
The thing is this. What's the rush? You call a press conference, and the press conference only 10 minutes. Like, you can only discuss just a handful of things in 10 minutes, especially when you're going to be taking questions from the media.
Yeah. So
waiting.
The time 10 minutes is not enough, especially if literally a question gonna take about 30 seconds and the answer gonna take about a minute or 2. So that means you're only gonna get about 4 or 5 questions. So
and then the thing is, remember, so the coach have to talk. So when you start, they have to talk.
But the coach talked out of the first 15 minutes, and then the next conversation is literally 9 minutes. So it's 25 minutes in total. So 15 minutes when nobody can ask you a question, and then 9 minutes a few questions. So you can't even get to really answer nothing. You know, so I think you need to work on but does real. You have to be honest to the people, man. The people wait so long. We expect does real. We want it to but 25 minutes, Demo, we only have 9 minutes of the actual question part, Demo, which is people want to know about the players, them, Demo. Come on, man. Demo and does real. When do you ever agree with nothing with it? What we say? No, they must say for cool, we be okay. No, Demo, me and you go war today. Any Ali, you want to discuss it in. Demo. It's not right. We should get every question's answered before we go out. Unless they are going to answer it in their 15 minutes. So we don't have to ask it, Demo. Alright?
Yeah, the one suggestion today would be schedule a press conference after all the training sessions are over.
Oh God.
Like sometime in the evening, and that way there's no restriction on time, so that the questions, everybody can get the question in. That would be my suggestion to them. Either that or you do it super early in the morning before
All
they.
right, all right. Demo, you're very intelligent, Demo. You don't get nothing when nobody else say. Because you're similar to the one where JT, I know. he might come from space. You too intelligent if you understand. Not knowing nobody else say. This is a opening press conference. Obviously, it serves as a preview for the next the upcoming match. But it's an opening press conference. So hold on, Jason. Let me just finish my point. It's an opening press conference. You have a bunch of players where nobody know. You have a culture of problems from 1998, and people want to know if people are committed or not committed, and all sort of bands with the team. And you need to sell your product to people. You can't take 9 minutes demo. No care what kind of intelligence you have demo. If you can't see what I say, something wrong with you. Yeah. You're on J Taylor level of space where you want to be, demo. Me a call you out, demo. Me a burn out, demo. Demo go with everything for go against what you're saying. I have never seen a human being like Demo.
The thing is, though, like, there should be.
No, hold on, guys. I said it's an opening press conference, so you are trying to get out things. No other country has so much new players coming in and so much other things. Come on, people. Go ahead, Jason, and again. Me not go worry, Demo. You guys take over the show, man. Me can't worry, Demo.
Does he still have any questions after the press conference is over? If the answer to that is yes, then the press conference could have been longer, because maybe some more questions could have been asked, and we not asking questions now. Because one thing about this YouTube football news thing, the less answers we get, the worse the content gonna be when we turn it on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Yes, Jason. So we want to hear what the one Demo got answer to. No. Demo, the discard is here and they can come in now, you know. Guys, all I'm saying is I'm okay with the press conference. Simon did a beautiful job. The coach was very much straightforward. Yeah. We gave them all the credit, but I'm just saying it's the opening one. You don't want to leave nothing to speculations. So guys, you guys love the speculation then. So you're going to see on the start stream and speculate, say, Omar Hutchinson, Dodger Cap, they don't want to play for Jamaica, and all sort of drama. We wanted to make sure everything is out there.
Look at this to JD. Quick and fast. Demo says he saw England coach for 12 minutes. England coach and Jamaica situation is totally different. Southgate probably call up 50 squad or more in that time as a coach. This is Hallgrímsson's, gonna be his 4th game, I think. This is probably his 4th time calling or 5th time calling a squad. It's totally different, bro. 100% different, my youth. You can't compare what you see England I do in terms of press conference. And Southgate do any amount of press conference. So a lot of things where people probably want to ask, them cover that already in any amount of press conference when do. So this is probably Coach Hallgrímsson's 4th press conference. Not even so much, probably 3. So we expect we have a lot of things to ask. This is his 4th game, or probably his 4th time calling a squad, my youth. It's totally different, bro.
Alright, so Demo is here. Demo is here. Oh, no problem, Demo. You know, no, we're going to... So, guys, Demo is here to defend himself, alright? Because he's the king of Chiga. He's the king of Chiga. Good afternoon, Mr. Demo.
No, good afternoon, everybody, and pick up the panel. This is not about the king of Trigger or anything like that. I just think that we major and minor things way too much. Zin, for me, listening to that press conference, I thought it was awesome. Everything where people want to know about, you know about. People have the chance to ask questions, they never ask the question when they want to hear, and that's fine. Those who were rushing, Mr. Cataract go, him say him have a part A and a part B. Him ask one long drawn out question. The man addressed all of the players. Where you need? You want to know about pin up them and all of them people there?
No, he
Okay,
answered.
the
He answered
coach
that.
addressed that from the first part. Done. What else you want to know about? Oh, you never see Damari Gray? In passport not fully ready. Done. What else you want to know about? What else do you want to know about?
Jamal Lowe or Hutchinson,
No,
they never got any chance to get there. That's how we're saying, Demo. And Demo, Demo, before you continue, because we have to set the stage to why we are complaining, because that's what you ask about. The problem is, Demo, remember Jamaica's situation is a little bit different. You are upset with it every night. I saw you commenting and cussing Ryan and everybody every night that they are majoring into too much minors. So what this leaves now is some holes that we wanted to fill. And that's how Jamaica society is. We can't change it, Demo. So that's all I'm saying. We just wanted clarity on everything. And everyone never get to answer all the questions, Demo.
Yeah, but JD, I'm saying to you, all of the major stuff that was supposed to be addressed was addressed in that press conference. This Jamal Lowe, we am going to talk about every single player? Everybody? The man said players are going to meet up with them in Chicago. Like, am I going to talk about every single player? They were there in the squad. The man them even asked about them name Cover. Say Cover never look. Them could have used the question they asked about Omari, but they never wanted.
That's true.
The man say Cover in the squad. He wasn't part of the 50. How is Cover there? Them talk about him. The man them talk about everything they want to talk about. For those who do want, nobody never want to talk about Omari. It's obvious. I get the chance for that. People ask 2 questions and they never ask about Omari.
So Demo, one second, Issa. Demo, so you're okay with it, and you don't see why we had you don't see where I am coming from, and like me in YouTube, and like a broadcaster for Jamaica. You don't see what I am fighting for, and you don't think it makes any sense.
I don't. My neck crick down.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because guess what, JD? All of the major talking points that were supposed to be addressed in the press conference were addressed.
Okay.
The major talking points.
Yeah, man, no problem.
That's the thing now, Dino. That's the thing. See? This is what this show is for. We got through the press conference and now we're highlighting stuff that never got addressed in the press conference. So you cannot come and say we're majoring in minors because we don't talk about what happened in the press conference. And now it's time for us to talk about things that we think the coach or whoever never get to ask. So we're bringing up these things. You cannot be majoring on minors when there are things that the coach left out. And people would like to know, how can it be majoring on minors? That's what this show is for. We went through the interview, talk about some of the topics, and now we're saying, okay, we go through what the coach spoke about. Now let's see some of the players that we didn't hear about. We didn't hear about Omari Hutchinson. We never hear about Jamal Lowe, etc., etc. That's what it's about. It can never be majoring on minors. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But there are others out here who would like to know about those players, why they're not included, if they're going to join up, etc., etc. And so that's what we do on this show. We share opinions, scrutinize what the coach says, and add things to it. So it can never be majoring on minors. We're not saying it's the end of the world, but it's our job, our JD's job, to go ahead, scrutinize what the coach says, and talk about other things that he didn't. It can never be majoring on minors.
I think you got what I was trying to say, because that's all I'm trying to say. In that context, Demo, is to say that we want to make sure. Remember, we are a part of making everyone get closer to Jamaica football, so we can have it being successful. So selling the product is important towards the end goal, because obviously Jamaica does not have the natural capital to push themselves forward like the big other countries, Demo. So I do believe that image is a good thing. So we did point out all the good things that they did, and as to say that, okay, this is a thing which is the capping and all of those stuffs. People will run with these things, and big people in Jamaica run with this to say that this player might not want to play for Jamaica, which I just did it last night, but I'm just saying I do believe that we can. like how we have YouTubers inside the JFF now, they can collect the major questions that people wanted to be answered. Deal with it in your own time. So even the 15 minutes that we talked about, that was for him. You could put that in it and just answer those questions directly, separate and apart from the people that comes in the 9 minutes. So you have a point. Maybe the 25 minutes is okay, but we are just giving critique towards how we can improve it and get more out of the 25 minutes. Like you said, the Brandon cover question was never even needed. So maybe he could take up that extra time. But that's how we are trying to do, to clear up speculations in the end.
Can I answer a question? Because I believe, I mean, this is all opinions. You can only debate opinions. You can't debate facts. So let me just ask you. So this major outburst is about not getting to ask about Omar Hutchinson and Jamal Lowe. So tell me what else in the give me 3 more things that you didn't want to hear from the interview you never hear, from the press conference that you never hear. 3 things.
My conclusion, it was a very good interview. That's what I said.
No, but I just want to know, because people are complaining that it's too short. So I just want 3 things that were not in the interview that you wanted to know that you didn't get. The press conference.
Okay, yes. For me, I wanted them to go deeper into football in relations to the game itself. They never really gave so much detail into what they're gonna do in the game itself. Yes, they talk about the short squad that they have and everything. I wanted to know about more formation and what they plan to use with the players that they do have at this point. They never got a chance to do that because it was an opening interview. And you see the difference now, Jason and Demo? It's because it's an opening. Everything is going to be so fixated on the Gold Cup and everything else. So we never get into that part. And then you add the 2, Jamal Lowe and Hutchinson to it. So we still never get things, Demo. It's a good interview. It's a good press conference. It's better than the previous by a country mile. But obviously in life, if we have standards, we can always ask for more, Demo. So those are 3. Those are 3 things that we could have gotten more out of it. And it's due to the fact that it's an opening 1 demo, why we never got a chance to get into what they're going to work on in this game. It's more of what will happen in the Gold Cup and beyond and the players them. So you see demo. So even though we know you want to defend it, you still have we have a point.
I'm not arguing. Just to say, so you wanted more details about the formation and stuff that you're going to play, football related stuff, and you wanted to hear about Omar Hutchinson and Jamal Lowe.
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
Those are the 3 things. Okay. So you never want to hear about nobody else, no other player.
No, that's my 3.
You know, them ask about Anthony Grant. So want a 45-minute press conference to ask about every single player that wasn't involved in the 50-man squad.
No, Demon. No, you asked me my three questions and I gave you 3 valid things. And I'm asked, and Dio, you have to be honest.
I'm the last question before me leave.
All right.
What's the ideal time for a press conference, for Jamaica press conference?
I
Since
think
it's so different from everybody else.
Demo, all I'm saying, Demo, it's a good interview. It's a good press conference, but because it's an opening one, Demo, I said I'm okay with it. Normally from game to game, but because it's an opening one and people they were waiting and so much information, they have so much new players. You understand me? So
what's the time? Give me
for opening 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
So
20 minutes to 25 is okay for normal game to game. But the opening one with so much information needed to be addressed. 35 minutes. That's all I'm saying, Bossy.
Oh, they needed 10 more minutes of the
Yes, 10 more minutes, and I think it would have been super. A legendary press conference because it was very good. I enjoyed it. I've learned a lot from him. That's all I'm saying, Big Boss.
Okay. You wanted 10 more minutes, and you don't think that arguing for 10 more minutes is majoring over minor things?
No, because what is inside that 10 more minutes? What we needed from 10 more.
I'm gonna make
No, man, Lima say him go. Make him go, Big Boss. Make him go, man.
Demo, you have to remember, it's not like we have a game every week and we get a press conference. When was the last press conference, Demo? So you can't fault us for saying, all right, would I like 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes, whatever the case is. You understand? And I'm sure there are a lot more things that we could have discussed. What about the impact of the JPL players? We haven't seen any JPL players listed, in any other squads yet. For the one at Austria, the one to go to the Gold Cup, we're not sure about any. Those are questions. You could ask the coach, what does he think about, players, from the JPL? Why any of them never get called up? Things like that, but we just never had the time. It's not like we have a game every week to question the coach. We want to pick the coach brain. It can never be majoring and minors. Probably 2 years down the line, them do a 25-minute press conference, and we have no issue because we probably had many over the 2 years. But this is the first one in a long time, Demo. I can't see why you're so upset or whatever about us, saying we could have get 5 more minutes, Demo. Come on, you just
upset, boss. What do you mean upset?
Okay. I want a better word. We just want a better. But I say we don't have this every week, and it's been a long time coming. And we don't want to come more information. We not say I word.
Issa from the fuck I said it's an opening press conference. Joined with a match press conference coming up in one. And Demo say me understand what me I say. Me don't talk. Me alright.
I just want this. There is a local player in the squad that's not on. But me not.
Okay. But wait, don't forget. Like the Gold Cup squad.
No man, that squad here was supposed to be Austria. The player that was late, the man like say a player did enough work to be.
See now, Demo, we have to hear from you. We have to hear from you. Eh?
Well, I know. But JD, you're more privy to this than us. Like you knew, because you say you were supposed to be there. Do you know how many people were like in other thing? Like how much people did it for ask question? Because he said, me hear Simon say. The reason him said 10 minutes, right? Like him then cut off, and then somebody did come late.
Yes.
And listen, you did probably come earlier. So I'm thinking that everybody did get them chance for ask the question, and then they wrap up, and then somebody come late. So we don't know per day how many people are there.
More people. Sorry, I got to agree with Simon here. 3 people, two persons, I think. It came late, right? And I would have been the third one to come late. You understand me? But even that means, Demo, if we were there from before, we couldn't answer a question because it would have prolonged past the time. So that's why I'm saying, Demo, I think you shouldn't. You have information and you know enough. You shouldn't go against what I'm saying. It was perfectly poised for a 35-1 and this one. But I agree with you.
All I am saying is, me get everything they need to get from the interview. Many things them left out now. You can't ask about every single player. Me get with what happened with the major players who injured and when them are gonna meet up with the squad. Like me get everything. Like if the Brandon go, like even that when we see him in the squad, me don't wonder too. And somebody asked that because they thought that was important.
Yeah, that was that was a good one, Jason. Yeah, man, Demo, that was a good one.
And probably never thought that the Omari thing was that important to them.
Okay,
so
fair enough. Yeah, man, big boss. Fair enough. But all I'm saying, Demo, you know that people came late and other people was scheduled to be on the list, and they wouldn't have their time to ask the questions because the time was limited. So I know you know that. So I had a valid reason why I said it, but I never wanted to go so much in detail about it. But because I know you, I just said, all right then, say what you want to say. Yeah, all right, big up.
Like everybody now got agree, brother.
No. But more one day when me say something, you agree. And 3 years me there war, I ain't never agreed to nothing because through a Liverpool war, me always have.
You finish the show, boss.
All right, Marty. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, big boss.
But that's say still, you see, like even that question about JPL players, like the squad is listed. Well, we don't see the JPL players, you have people who are bad fit to the local league, but they want to know like what's going on. You have top performers, even though he said that one JPL plays in the squad. I mean, the player that was late that I know was Nicholson because I saw him doing the one-on-one session. So I don't know if anybody else came with him. I don't see any clips with anybody else doing one-on-one. I saw him because I know he came, late. So I saw him doing the one-on-one with the coach. So even that, you have players performing in the JPL. I mean, coach, would I like to ask, what's going on? Why, we haven't seen any local based players. Would like to know his mind because he's been at the games. He's seen those players week in, week out. Some of the times he's going to their training sessions to watch some of them, And there's many players I could have asked. You cannot ask about every player, but I'm saying, it's a first training session. What about players like the Mario Phillips? What about players like Trevante Stewart? You know what I mean?
But but this is why
People are saying no JPL. People are saying no JPL, but it would be a good question to ask the coach.
Yes, so you could have gotten answers towards what the future what aligned with what he's going to do further down. But Issa, look at this now. You saw hypocritical a lot of these persons in the chats. The chat is. When it was the next press officer doing this and said this is the amount of time we have, everyone okay with it. You realize that people don't only like what they only agree with things that they know, agree with things and who they know. This is hypocritical, because through assignment and our virgin, you hear people can come in here. People in the chat, even Marlon say, we have a press conference where people can ask a question. What I've just said is perfectly logical. If you think when me saying logical, bruh, something wrong with you. Straight up. I
don't know why we come over your channel and talk about local players.
No, no man, you're free for talk. You're free for talk, brother. Because we are realists here, and I'm just saying we are not even talking about that. We just said it could have gone to 5 more minutes. It's not a stupid thing. So someone stop coming and go like on the two Brighton and everybody, man. And that's no problem, man. Dima come up here and making point. I respect that, man. But someone wanna just disagree for disagree. Wanna fight for position in a JFF or something? We not fight for we want 5 more person from YouTube comment section and we're going to JFF and to not fight for? Come on, man. Stop going people eat it and nobody else know about football and I won't alone know about football, man. I'm tired right now, man. Yeah, man, go ahead. Because what we said was logical, brother. I don't know stupid thing we're talking about. We give everybody praise. Everybody praise. But we just can't say something else, which is very much logical. Even if I say to the coach, you're going to say, yes, that was logical. You get me? So stop guy couldn't have more sense than everybody else, man. We know where we are fight for as well. Because when this space was built, I was one of the main person building this space. That simply means I had a dream for it as well. So I have my points too. So my points are valid, man. Straight up, man. So go ahead, Isan and Jason, man. But sometimes I don't respect the man or the man them go on. It's like them have the end all, the know all knowledge to everything. Me not like it, man. We can improve, we always can improve. Jamaica is not the best team. We don't have the best nothing. Every time when we talk, we say the JFF is not the best thing. The players them not the best performing. But yet still, anytime we come to something to ask a question, people act like them bigger than certain thing. If you're bigger than certain thing, it don't work for you. JFF and do it already, man. Since you don't have the answer, man. No, Travis. People can disagree with me, but it's like I can't say nothing because we are stupid when we talk. So why the sense we have a platform? Why we can't talk? When it's logical what we're saying. Yeah, go ahead. So Travis, stop mixing it up, Travis. I never said people can't disagree. Me and people disagree always, and I'm okay with it. But I don't like when people continue, because some of them people clueless, man. Yeah, go ahead, big boss.
Yes, as we say, the 5 extra minutes or however we wanted it, would have been nice. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's a surprise to me that no JPL player. Is it? I don't know yet. I want to know the full squad. So currently, I have not seen any in Austria. I see people in the comment section saying such and such is there according to
their posts and whatever. If that is the case, well, fine. The coach pick a couple of them, but I would have loved to hear from the coach what is his view on the players, and if any one of them can push themselves into at least the Gold Cup squad. You know what I mean? Like to know, because it would be very sad for the players to know that they're playing their league and they don't stand a chance in getting called up, for the national team. You know what I say, JD? So I would have loved to know from the coach. Probably next press conference we can speak about that. And also, just want to run back. You mentioned the whisper point when I was looking at the squad, and I'm really happy for the youth, because with the front 3 or 4 forwards that there, I can see Whisper probably playing a good amount of minutes in both games, because there's not a lot of options. You understand? So I'm really happy about that. I hope he gets a lot of time and showcase his skills, because the coach rightly said he's a player that he has a lot of attributes in one player, and the coach literally stated that and say, oh, for a 17, 18-year-old, that's very good. So I hope he gets a lot of minutes, which I think he will, because you have Corey Burke, you have him, you have Paris, and one other person. So I mean, he should get a lot of minutes.
Boza.
And Boza, he should get a lot of minutes. I should think, because there are not a lot of options for the forward line at this point that I see. You understand? And for people saying who else is in Austria, as I said, I saw the squad listed.
Okay, I need to read out that as well.
Players.
I need to. I need to read it out as well.
JD, yeah. Go to the JFF screen so we can look at it.
Let me just read out the list. The list what we have in Austria, and the Austria squad: Andre Blake, Jamal Wick, Connor Boyce Clark. All right, so Andre Blake will be on it. Amari Bell, Deshaun Bernard, Richard King, Latibodir, Mariapa, Dexter Lambakisa, Javian Brown, Kevin Lambert, John Russell, Delano Splat, Brandon Cover, Daniel Johnson. So Daniel Johnson added to it that you guys never saw. Kahim Parrish, Shamar Nicholson, Corey Burke, Dujan Whisper, Richard. So that is the list that we have right now. And let me add Damario Phillips to it. Damario Phillips, the local player. So Damario Phillips, we add to it. So Damario Phillips. All right. So let me check the amount of players. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right. Damario Phillips added to make 20.
Okay, one.
Yes, so Damari Phillips added to make 20. So we have 20 players. That is solid enough, 3 goalkeepers and then 17 outfield players. Yeah, so we just work with what we have, And we just come out here and report. Just report to what happened in the game and keep our face straight and report it and just leave in 10 minutes. Alright? Yes, so see, anytime let me continue, man. Because
When I'm behind closed door, can show the game.
Closed door. I don't know. I will just work with whatever work with whatever going on in the system, because we realize that is a bully system going on in this space now. So we're gonna just report and just leave. Yes. So if it's 10 minutes of conversation, we ain't having no more conversation. I'm perfectly good not talking about Jamaica for more than 10 minutes and give it them to do their 5-hour streams, because them alone can make sense in a 5 hours. Yeah. Jamaican Kuna, big up yourself. How you doing, man?
Bless up, bless up, JD. Bless up to the panelists and bless up to the people. I'm nice shot to say big up morning, evening, afternoon, and we are talking now running a day. Just let me just start by saying I think the press conference in question was a good one. I am happy that Simon Preston is there. A person more familiar with today's way of doing things as it relates to press conferences, and when and where and organizing and stuff like that. And I'm wishing him all the best in his venture. I think he'll do a good job in his role as a press officer or whatever his title is. I think he'll do a good job in his role as that because, he tries to be a person who stays in the Midland fair and nothing wrong with that, isn't it?
And I think he's doing a good job as well, which we said straight throughout the stream. A good job as well, period,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a long time if we get rid of the next brother.
Yeah, man. As it relates to the higher one I panelist them is this ISA 007 007. He was saying that it is hard for players to be playing in a league and they're not getting called or getting a look in. I don't want to misquote you, so is exactly that you say or something to that?
Oh.
To that effect?
No, I was just saying it would be disheartening for the players playing locally, to be playing and not even be able to get a look in, you know what I mean?
All right, so here all them are gonna get a look in. You see, this Austria games, I personally I think maybe 3 or 4 of the local players could go to this Austria camp, and hopefully try and get a good account of themselves. I think that maybe the 2 strikers them could have been there, and the same Damari Phillips youth. He's a bustling midfielder, so maybe his energy would be useful. But what I'm looking at basically is I think the bulk of these players would be maybe the Gold Cup squad. I think ideally that's what the coach wanted. To basically bring the Gold Cup squad here, and at least most of them, we do understand the absence of Antonio, Bailey, Pinnock, Bobby Reed, even Bell, but I'm surprised that Bell is there. Bell there. But I would understand if he got a little extra week off, especially Antonio. If he got an extra week off and then meet up back when it's time to play the US. So I would be okay with that. But as it relates to the local players, in the Gold Cup squad, I don't think any of them should be there. I think we have way better players in any position that you will want to put a local player in. And the fact that you're saying that, it is disheartening. It's what you want to do is if you sit around and think about everybody's feelings and who is disheartening to, you pick everybody and fling them in a squad because every man I go on there in a squad. You know what I mean? So you can't do that. You have to look at who is performing at what level and if they qualify for it, and then you have to be ruthless and deal with what you have to deal with. Our best players are not playing in Jamaica. The fact that even King has left the JPL recently, then he, in my book, he has now entered into the pool of players outside of the JPL that should be considered. Me no want to ball where they in Jamaica I play for the national side because our league is not up to that standard. They need to leave this league and go somewhere else where it's a better quality, it's more professional. And as I see someone putting in the comments, bleach face and smoke and drink rum and boom. You know what I mean? I want the youth them for see things happening, and I want the youth them for see the players them doing well, being professional and leaving the country. And that is what they want. I want them to aspire for. Do well. I blame them want mash up the JPL in the back of want go foreign. Want go Europe go play. I've heard Colin Anderson say it, my dream is to play in the Europe, so I'm just hoping that I can continue working hard and continue putting in the work. Chivanta Stewart, I've never heard an interview of him saying it, but I'm sure that he's saying something to that effect as well. So we want our best players from the local league to excel to a point that they leave the local league and ply their trade in a professional environment where they can affect the national team positively, not just dead if you make up numbers and not just dead if kind of want hurt a man feelings. Dead on merit, that means they can challenge a man. That is what football is. Football is not about making everybody feel nice about themselves. Football is very competitive, and every baller on the side, if you're a right winger, a 3-4 right winger there. If you're a forward, 3-4 forward, they compete with. It depends on the coach, it depends on the formation, it depends on the opponent. All of these things come into play. So it's all about merit for me as it relates to the local players. But for the Austria practice games, I would have probably opted to take maybe 2 or 3 of the local players to give them the experience. With the right age profile, of course. Anything above 24 and enough to see the national team. You know what I mean? Players who have room to develop and grow from the JPL. You know, you bring them in a professional environment and you expose them to, you know, to how it works on a professional stage, so that they can get familiar and hopefully they can come back and, you know, show some of the local players and say, yo, this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know, so that is my thought on that.
All right, so we have 16 more minutes to go. Guys, if you just come in, make sure to smash the like button and get us to at least 250 likes on this video, because we're not going to do 15 hours. We are going to just do the 2.5 hours. If we want to come back later, we come back later. Or if enough information out there and we have to do a stream later, we'll do an open StreamYard that people can come on the stream. And just give you a thought, guys, because remember, at the end of the day, we're doing YouTube. We are doing YouTube, and I have to make sure I get the necessary information because to get past people. You get me? And that's what I thought we came here to complete today. And I thought we had some good questions, because look at Alex. People would say Alex's question was the worst question based on the tone and what and how it fit into the actual room of questions. And that was the only question the coach said it was a good question. You guys realize that? So sometimes it's not how you sound, it's what you actually say. You understand me? And you don't know how others will receive it. Always remember that. So not because a man sound loud means that he doesn't have any sense. Alright? Because sometimes he's actually saying something that is valid. Alright? Because that's the only question the man said. Very, very good question. And maybe he wanted that question because he never wanted to say it out of his own mouth. And you heard him give you digs through the thing. About how the facility is good and how it's short, and you saw that the guy is happy to be around this facility. So if you listen to the whole thing, so you saw the frustration coming from the guy. Issa talked about it as well. So these are the things that we have to talk about. We can't hide around it, because if we don't stand up for something, how we're gonna reach to the standard? Please explain to me, Jason, Issa and Jamaica Gona, how we're gonna reach to the standard if we start cap off and then love man. Because clearly I love man now. Because once we get what we want, we seems to just shut off now and give everything up. So we now hold the JFF accountable for nothing now. We now fight for nothing anymore. Because obviously people get what them want. Not necessarily what the fans and Jamaica did need, or what them want. And that's what I'm learning, you know. A whole heap of selfish people you have, you know, when this fight did really start, you know. You understand me? But I'm not gonna get into that. But when the fight started for Jamaica to be good again, are good overall, because we saw a vision, a lot of selfish people that wanted only what they want, and once they got what they want, they are done with fighting. You understand me? You have to stand up and fight for things, because the coach look frustrated as to what's happening. You get me? And he's bigging up other people because he wants to say this is a standard that we want. So we can't give up now. And the coach don't get what he wants, because other coaches, if this guy should leave, should have the same standard coming in, because this is the standard of the world and this is what we want, and we should not stop fighting at all. Straight up. What you guys have to say on it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of tying to the whole thing, like what Demo was calling about, because I guess Demo's standpoint, where he's coming from, is, look guys, we're coming from a thing where we could barely see them, hear them, anything, and now we actually, could hear it. You know, Simon was organized, sounded professional the whole time. But just because we have made one stride don't mean we can't want to win, like go even further, right? And just make it perfect. So again, it comes back to standard, and I think too many times whenever we look at things in Jamaica or that we get from Jamaica, we allow standards not to be met, and then our excuse is, boy, but a Jamaica it come from, so I understand. Like we need to get out of that and just want better for ourselves and us as a nation, and what we do, we should hold ourselves to the highest standards in the world if we want to be better. And I think sometimes we get we get complacent in that, we just kind of take things for as they are when they don't have to be that way. You understand? We could make the process better and get things done faster. But because it's Jamaica, we just kind of say, so it go at Jamaica, and I wish at some point we could have get past that. because everything don't have to be that way.
All right. Yeah, man. Well said. Well said. We make Issa go. Say his final point, and Jamaican Guna say his final point, and then later after I'm done with the rest of the things, then I might can return. If I don't return, tomorrow is the next day, just the same. All right. So Issa, what you have to say on the standards thing, because I'm not going to give you anything. You just answer to what you think.
Guna, you go. You Guna. How you want me go?
A two goon they have, you know. A two goon they have, you know. The Arsenal man them loud, you know, from the other day, you know, because them, you know, show up and do things, you know.
Yeah, so my point is this, bro. I've always maintained this. I've been consistent on this point from ever since. We must have a level in which are an example in which we want to go to. You know, we are not a superpower. And while other countries, all right, you will see a country now which is on the same exact level as Jamaica. And within the space of 3-4 years, them sail past Jamaica and gone, we up on one part and we have the better players.
Facts.
It's amazing. You know, so that is what because we not aim for now. We not say, okay, we're gonna model or we're gonna Jamaicanize the French system. We're gonna Jamaicanize the Spain system. We know we're gonna do it and add our culture, our flair, our personality to it. But we don't have nothing where we are aim for. That's like a wild oats thing. You know what I mean? When you go on other channels and you hear them talking about Jamaica, you feel embarrassed about it because they always say we always have a good team, but we just always implode. You know, that's the common thread that goes right through every commentary as it relates to us from the outside. So we here as Jamaican fans, I say, yeah, we are the this and we are the that and we are the that. But the people them on the outside say we are big underachievers. We're supposed to be doing well, better than we are because of the quality and the caliber players that we have available to us right across the globe. And we're not utilizing that. We have some administration issues. We always implode. And it's like one time you used to look at, let's say, you used to always talk about African countries. Whenever them reach to the World Cup, them not pass the quarterfinals. Because them are going to implode. Them are going to either go up and strike. Them are going to do some naivety. Yeah, that's the same thing where them are playing. We know as Jamaica. We are thinking ourselves on a level that we are not at. And we have to humble ourselves. When it comes to athletics, we're great. We're the best in the world. We have the fastest woman and the fastest woman we ever make on earth. See? That's great. Yay. However, let's talk about football now. When it comes to football, we are baby, we're doing one part down there, so we're doing something 50 odd, 60 odd. Some country where have less people and we still have higher than we. I just say go, bro. At the end of the day, the quality players that we have available to us, we're supposed to be doing better. And tomorrow is the match. I'm hoping that for these 2 matches coming up, we can go out there and beat up them side here. Get confidence of winning, play some good football in the process, and take that momentum into the Gold Cup.
All right. So well said. Issa, I don't know if Issa wanted to go, but I have come to the end. So Issa, you want to still give a point, or you're cool with that?
I'm cool, man.
All right. So people will come to the end of this stream. Hopefully you liked it. Obviously. It's opinionated, show with the information as well, and I thought that we touched some topics. Yes, man. He was talking about football, Travis. If you're talking about the speaker, yes. So hopefully, or maybe you're talking about someone in the chat. All right, so guys, I will join you later because I have some other things that I have to complete. But thanks all of the persons that came across. Massive respect. See you in the next one. And thanks Jason, Demo, Issa, and the Jamaican Guna for passing through. Massive respect, man. All right, yeah, man. So take care, people, and have a nice day.